Hey guys, welcome to the Stash Report from the Stash Project. Today is the 5th of June, 2015, and, well, we're rolling on towards half the year gone already. What have you done with yourself? First up, before we go into the actual Stash Report, I want to go ahead and announce for the 100th giveaway, 100th subscriber giveaway, we did pick two winners. I've been in contact with both. Rocco, I'll get a hold of you. Work's real busy right now. They are Mr. Mini Dreams and I can't think what the heck Rocco's last name is. You've seen him comment in a couple of things about me getting a hold of him. But anyway, we did have 80 entries into the drawing. We took those 80 people in the order they entered from 1 to 80. And went over to random.org, which is the integer generator, had it picked two numbers, and they were 1 and 49, which was David, Mr. Mini Dreams, and Rocco. So, I want to thank everybody for participating. We had a lot of people join up, so again, welcome to all the new folks, two new subscribers since the last video. So we're up to 188 already. We're going to do another giveaway some point this summer, I think. I got to figure out exactly when it was I started this channel as far as videos go. We'll do something for maybe the 1 year anniversary, or we'll do something later in the fall. I don't know. We'll do something again, not relatively shortly, because I can't afford to do this every month or anything like that. But we'll do at least one more this year. Let's put it that way. So just hang out for the details on that. Again, I got to get a hold of Rocco to get his shipping information. I already got David's stuff, so hopefully that stuff will go out this week, because I'm on my way home right now in the fine eastern high plains of Colorado at this point right now. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning by a hailstorm, but at least it wasn't one of the tornadoes that was rolling around out here, so we're still on the ground. Before I go, into the flow, let me mention that, again, obviously we're in the truck here. I have a feature on this truck called Auto Start. So if all of the lights and electrical stuff I'm using for the video draw too many amps, it's going to start the truck. So if all of a sudden the camera shakes and it looks like we're in the middle of an earthquake, that's what that is. So, don't panic. I'm not going to edit the video in and out to take that part out. We're just gonna roll with that, because I got to get going this morning. So at any rate, we have some more information to talk about as far as the Asuka Ebro pairing. If you watched our June compilation video, we talked about this because they had just announced that they were doing a version of the Renault 4 foregone for June, and then they're doing a Royal Marine version of the 2CV Citroen pickup truck for July or August. So have stuff to talk about there, some decals that were announced from Studio 27 as far as their GT3 line goes, and then we had one kit reissue this week. Also, we have July spot runs from Fujimi. So the Ebro Asuka stuff. Ebro obviously, has been doing a bunch of model kits in the last 2 years. They originally were, stuff that they did with Tamiya, the 1/20th scale F1 cars, as well as the 2CV foregone. And then they've sort of branched out into doing their own thing. Those were the Renault 4Ls and the Renault 4 foregone. And then, of course, there was several 1/20th scale F1 cars as well that were their own tooling. And now coming forward throughout 2015, we expect, of course, the 2CV pickup truck and the Citroen DS19. That will, of course, be their own tooling that they're not sharing with anybody. So Asuka may be a company you've not heard of before, because they're not really big into what we would consider our scale around here, the 125th, 124 stuff. They are the former company called Tasca. A lot of the military guys will recognize Tasca's name because they've done military 135th scale and other stuff for a while now, based in Japan. I don't know what the deal is with the name change. Might have been a purchasing, or maybe they just changed the name. But at any rate, they have teamed up with Ebro to do a couple of versions of Ebro's kits with some little goodies added into the mix, basically. The 2CV pickup truck obviously connects with their military stuff. They have done a 124 scale. I believe it was supposed to be a BMW, but I'm not really sure. It's a German motorcycle. It's probably one of the few 124th scale motorcycles that's out there. It is obviously a World War II piece. And they also did a Bantam light reconnaissance vehicle, which is the early, very first Jeep. Bantam vehicles out of Butler, PA was the company that, had the design. They didn't have the capacity to produce it, and of course it went over to Ford and Willis after that. Bantam, of course, did do all of the cargo trailers, but they never actually got the fame and recognition for, probably out of most people, for designing the Jeep. Or, they did not have the capacity in the workforce, so they never got the chance to actually produce it either. I don't have the motorcycle, but the little Bantam is a really cool little kit. A lot of parts, a lot of fine detailing in that one. So the partnership here is going to be, like I said, for a Renault foregone, as well as the 2CV pickup truck. Guys, blow this up to your full size here. If you're on a phone, I'm sorry, because you really can't see the details otherwise. But what you're seeing on this Asuka flyer, sorry, it's all in Japanese, but it's just the way life is the 2CV pickup truck on top and the foregone on the bottom. The foregone is supposed to come out in June, and it is essentially just a straight reissue of the existing Ebro foregone tooling, but you're getting all of these bakery items added in here. I got a close-up picture of the stuff, so don't worry about seeing it, but you're getting like a couple loaves of bread, some croissants, a couple of donuts, and a whole bunch of shelves and racks and tongs and stuff like that. So, it has the potential to be an interesting little conversation piece, give you a chance to go a little outside of your comfort in as far as detailing goes, because who in their, the last 10 models they built have detail painted a loaf of French bread. On top is the 2CV pickup truck. Their price on this is 4,800 yen, and you may recall that the price for the actual 2CV pickup truck is going to be 5,800 yen. The 1,000 yen difference, guys, is the fact that from looking at the parts runner, I know it's probably impossible to actually see it clearly on the video. There does not appear to be an engine in this pickup truck. There is an engine in the Ebro civilian kit. It seems like the way they've managed to get out of that extra $1,000 worth of cost is to just leave the parts runner with the engine off. You get everything else, and from looking at the parts runner, because obviously I have this image to myself, I can see it bigger. It does appear that this is a completely and totally new tool from Ebro. It is not going to share any of the Tamiya parts like their 2CV foregone did. So that's why the price of the Ebro kit is so much higher. This apparently the only real difference here as far as the Asuka stuff is you're getting like some jerry cans and some form of material to create a tarp for the pickup bed. Here's the close-up picture of the bakery stuff from the foregone. If you happen to be interested in it, I already have a foregone. I haven't actually even touched it yet, so it's not something that's real high up on my priority list. Even if this is some really cool little knickknacks from the Orange Wheels, what they call Mini Spice collection. It's just, it's not enough for me to drag me out and buy another foregone. If they sold this separately, I might consider buying it just to display with the foregone I already have. But, what can I tell you guys? I don't need two odd French sedan deliveries. So that moves us all over to July. July spot runs from Fujimi. Got 4 kits coming out. And they are going to be the Nissan Skyline R32 GTS-T. This is the turbo version that's not quite a GTR. GTR's had all-wheel drive and all sorts of fancy other stuff. This is the step below that's just rear-wheel drive. Most recently it was out in the Toj Mountain Pass series, but that kit was discontinued last year, and it hasn't been available since then. They're bringing it back now. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be in the Toj packaging or if it's going to just be in regular. I believe it's supposed to just be in regular inch-up format, which it hasn't been in that format in a long time. And that'll be a window mask kit, so it'll come with the window masks. They're also going to be combining into one the Nissan Skyline 2000 GT 54A and 54B. These are like early 1960s Nissan four-door Skylines. This is prior to the GTRs ever becoming made in the first place. They're really, really neat kits. They're not motorized curbsides. A lot of times you go old kit, Japanese manufacturer equals bad chassis and interior. No, these were tooled. I don't know exactly when, 90s, 2000s, somewhere in there. So these are really nice kits. I have them both. There's just little minor differences between the two, but the 54A and the 54B were sold as separate kits in the past. They're combining them into one box for this. Then you're going to get another combination kit, this being the Nissan Cube, the little toaster on wheels that Nissan makes, the Nissan Cube EX, and what they call the Agi Active. I believe this is like Agile Active, Agi Active. That Agi Active thing is something I never even heard of before. I had to go look up what it was as far as the kit, because I never even heard of an Agi Active kit before, but it existed, obviously. So the EX and the Agi Active were separate kits. They're combining everything into one box. It appears to be some difference in wheels, and then at least the front bumper is different. The Agi Active is sporty, if you want to call it that. The EX was like the basic Nissan Cube. So both those kits in one box, and you're getting window masks. And they're reissuing the Porsche Cayman and Cayman S as one kit. Again, these were separate kits in the past. In one box with window masks. So apparently the sales success of the combining the two things and the window mask continues for Fujimi, and it's all works there. I have not picked up the Caymans yet in my collection, just in generally speaking, because it's one of those kits where I like the Cayman, but I don't like it so much. But now these are going to be like $18 or $20 a piece, $18, and that's right around what buying both of them for $18 a piece, so it was $36, is right about what one of those costs at a hobby shop in the United States. So I might actually just grab both, because there are differences between the Cayman and the Cayman S. Go look at Wikipedia if you don't know the differences. Consider the Nissan Cube too, just because I don't have one. And I actually had one of the GTS-Ts on back ordered Hobbylink Japan before it went on discontinued. So I may actually be doing a little Fujimi purchasing in July. That brings us to Studio 27. Like I said, they've announced 4 more decal sets for their GT3 cars. There are 2 BMWs, 1 Mercedes, and 1 McLaren. These are all going to be June releases. These are all also the 2014 24 Hours of Nuremberg So let's see here. You got the number 22/23. You'll be able to build them with both numbers. Row Motorsports car. The difference between the 22 and the 23 are the trim colors. If you notice on this picture, the grille area and the mirror caps are blue. On the 23, they're like a lime green. Those are really the only differences. Otherwise, the decals are identical to one another. And then you've got the Door Motorsports McLaren 12C. I believe this is a 66 and 65. Again, I believe the cars are essentially the exact identical to one another there. And then we're going to be over on the BMW side of things, another good set of Mark VDS. For those people who don't know, I love my Mark VDS decals. I have quite a few sets of these Lion decals because it may not be visible in this picture, I should say, but all of Mark VDS's cars have a lion's head, or maybe it's a panther's head, over the rear quarter panels. Even the GT1 Ford GT that Similar did with Mark VDS has those. So you have a real quick way to sort of have a uniform set of cars if you get all the decals. I believe all together commercially available, because there are a couple of homemade decal manufacturers in Europe that have a couple more cars, but commercially available, I believe there's something in the neighborhood of about 10 of these Mark VDS cars now. So you can make a quite the representation of their team over time. At any rate, it's the 25 and the 26, and then you're also going to get the Schubert Racing team, 19 and 20. This apparently is Crown Plaza Hotels doing the sponsorship here. You have to kind of watch when you're looking for references on these cars, specifically the Schubert cars, because last year they were all white with the same pretty much sponsor package look to it. And in 2014, well, actually 2013, they were all white. 2014, they became this white and black. Now, I'm not exactly sure how Studio 27 is going to accomplish this. If they're going to make the white parts decals, or if and you're just going to paint the car black, or if this will be the first time in a really good long time that you will have to actually mask off one of their paint jobs. Because for the most part, Studio 27 in the last couple of years anyway, excuse me, has been doing what amount to almost wraps. Now, of course, if you take white decals, put them on a black car, they're going to show the black through them. So we'll see what these look like when they get released. And that, I guess, guys, rather than spinning back to my ugly face, we'll just talk to it real quick here. This is your reissue for the week. This is, of course, the Tamiya Jaguar Mark II Saloon. We just mentioned this in the video a couple days ago for the June compilation. They've already reissued it. Again, this is the Historic Car Series, which is not the Best Car Vintage Series, so this is a great kit, actually. Full detail, full engine, transmission, full underside. I know a couple of people picked this up, and I happened to mention it to a couple of friends, and they're like, oh, really? It came out again? I missed it the last time. So, it is back on another spot run, so grab it while you can, if you're interested. And that pretty much concludes this week's stash report, I guess, guys. Next week we expect the Hasegawa Sunny and a few other things. Some of the Fujimi kits should come out this week, or this next week coming as well. So we'll have some more stuff to talk about there. Plus, Aoshima spot runs haven't been announced yet, so that'll probably be next week as well. And at any rate, guys, I hope you're having a good week, and we'll see you guys on the other side.